What is up, flock? Feenix over here, and welcome back to the Farming Sim 25 Feenix Moment. This is where we talk about everything on last week, everything on this week, and so on. Now, before we get in last week, you guys know we have to start off by thanking some very, very awesome people. And this list is huge, and I was blown away about how many people were added to this list. And a lot of these are from last week. I didn't get to shout them out at the beginning of the last one because I had to pre-record that because I wasn't going to be at home. So, this is crazy. But these people are channel members, help support channel every single month. And one of the perks of being a channel member is your name shouted out at the beginning of every Feenix moment. So let's, without further ado, let's run down this list of awesome people at our ultimate flock tier. These people are the top tier. They help support the channel hugely. And I can't thank them enough. As our ultimate flock, we have Mr. Bearclaw, who is still a member, and then our new members are Zachary Ludlow, and then Jackson Modding is a returning Ultimate Flock member, as well as JT Bethar's Gaming. Thank you guys so very, very much. At our Elite Flock tier, we have Firefly Romney, AJ Fisher, Tech Guy 191, Cash Pajamas, Dylan Marks, Redneck Gaming 98, and Jason Buford, all returning. Actually, and Pierce Gaming is also are still members. And then our new members, we have Wither Soul Modding, and becoming a member of the Elite Flock again is Southern Diesel Performance. Thank you guys so very, very much. And then our basic flock tier, we still have Mr. Zenith Harris, our longest running member, Adam Streets, and Matt Householder, still all continuing to be members. Those three are like in the top 5, I think. I think the only person only two people that are longer members than those three. Well, Zenith Harris is the longest. Firefighter Romney second. I think Adam Streets is third, and then AJ Fisher's fourth, and then Matt Householder's 5. So those three have been in it for the long haul. So I appreciate every single one of you. Again, let's run down the new names. Zachary Ludlow, Wither Soul Modding are new members. They've never been subscribed before, and then our returning members are Jackson Mod and JT Bethar's Gaming. I guess I can call them Bethards. JT Bethards Gaming. Jeez. And Southern Diesel Performance. Thank you guys so very much for your continued support. It really does mean a lot to me. As always, I love your faces. Now let's move on to our comment of the week. I go through all my comments each week, and then I pick one that stands out. And this one comes from BLJF101. He commented on the 2025 Special Olympics Delaware Truck Convoy video, and he says, talk about a musical of trucks, 1049 to 1333, and he's talking about my favorite part of every convoy. Okay, my second favorite part. This is not kidding. My first favorite part is the fire trucks. My second favorite part of every Delaware Truck Convoy is Diamond Materials. Every single year they put on a show. They do with their horns, it's a great, I don't know what that's specifically called, but they always put on a show. It's awesome. So yeah, talk about a musical. Yeah, they do that every single year. It's pretty neat. And some of the best looking trucks. Let's be honest, they do have some of the best looking trucks in the convoy. I know they're stock for somebody, but they're dark green. They shine them up. It looks really good. So anyway, thank you for your comment. If you want your comment right out here, just make it interesting, make it stand out, make it funny, make it interesting, make it informative, something. And I'll pick one from everybody who comments to read out here. But anyway, let's move on to last week and what happened last week. So last week, we did start off the week not at home. I guess we should rewind it until last Saturday. Last Saturday we got up really early, left, went up to the Mac Museum. They had their 125th anniversary cruise in. It was a really good turnout. Like there was a significant amount of trucks out there. The whole parking lot on the museum side was full of trucks, and that was cool. One thing I didn't get a fit photo of, which I was like, that truck looks familiar, and then later on Lurch over in Jesse's Discord confirmed that the truck that they used to put into Farming Sim 22 was actually there. I thought that was neat. That was a cool thing. I didn't get a picture of it because every time we went out there twice. I told the story a couple times in my Friday stream, but we went in, we walked around for about an hour, then we went into the museum. We went through all the museum. We stood in line for the shop for like an hour, and then went back outside. And again, someone was sitting in it. I guess the owner was sitting in it talking to people. So I didn't get a picture of it because I don't like taking pictures with people. Like when I'm out taking pictures of the like fire trucks and everything, or police cars. I don't take pictures when people are sitting in them. Just out of respect, unless it's the fire company, and the fire company has given me, like, I shouldn't say permission, like, they've asked me to, like, I've had people in the fire companies like, hey, if you see me on a call, can you get a picture of me? Like, and I was like, yeah, sure, yeah. Some of them like to be photographed, some of them want pictures of them on the job to, keep for themselves. So anytime one of them reach out, I'm like, yeah, I'll make sure. So there's a couple fire departments that have reached out to me. It's like, hey, we don't mind if you take pictures of us. So that's the only exception to my rule. But if it's like police officers or if it's an event like this where you like the truckers are sitting in their trucks, I usually don't get pictures of those simply because I feel it's rude. But each time I went over to the truck, the guy was sitting in it and talking to people, and I was like, bummer. But that was a neat addition. But there was a lot of cool trucks there, both fire trucks and just regular semis. And the museum was cool to walk around. It's my thing was I've always wanted to go. In recent years, once I found out about it, but it's always been you had to call to set up an appointment to do a tour. You couldn't just walk around. You had to have a tour guide. And while, yeah, that's probably a lot more informative, you can't walk around at your own pace and do your own, like today or that day you could, because they had everything open. You could walk around and check everything out. And you didn't have to have a tour guide. And yes, there's a lot more people there, but it was a lot more. I get to spend time focused on the stuff I really want to focus on, not just the entire history, if that makes any sense. I do enjoy history and the history of the Mack trucks, but I got to spend time like wandering around at my own pace, if that makes any sense. So anyway, but yeah, that was cool. That was fun. And then after that, we went to this really, really shady mall. But don't get me wrong, this mall had one of the coolest stores in it that I've ever been in, and it was like the Attic or something like that. But it's basically what like thrift shops used to be. Like now, thrift shops have a lot of like overstock and stuff like that gets discontinued from shopping centers, kind of like an Ollie's, where they buy out certain things. The thrift shops have that now, and it's just kind of like, it's not really what thrift stores are. And that's what this place was. It's like they had a lot of just really cool stuff that was, some of it was old, some of it was new, and you just can't really find it anywhere else. So we spent like an hour just wandering around. There was two stores. It was the same store. There's just one was like deeper in the attic or something like that, or I can't remember what exactly it was called. But just a lot of neat stuff to walk around looking. Like me and my wife were just like, look at that, look at that, look at this, look at that. So that was cool. And then we went to the Lehigh Valley Zoo and walked around. I don't think I've ever been to that zoo, so that's another zoo to check off the list. We got to feed a giraffe. That was cool. We had to feed the short giraffe because the tall giraffe that could like stick his head up above the platform, they had to pull him off to go do a I can't remember what they called it, but it was for people who couldn't get up the stairs. So we had to feed the short one who couldn't. He was too short that he couldn't stick his head up above the thing, so you had to like feed him through the railings. So that was cool. And then we were supposed to go to what they call it's a Cherry Crest Adventure Farm. It's like they have like corn maze and everything. We were supposed to go do that, but there was so many people. Oh my god, there had to be at least a couple to a few thousand people there. Like, it was packed. I'd love to know how many people were there, because everywhere you looked there was people. So we pulled up in the parking lot and just saw everyone standing in line. My wife was like, I stood in line at the Mac shop, I stood in line at the zoo. I really don't want to stand in line again. Can we skip this? And I was like, this was one thing you wanted to do, so if you want to skip it, by all means. But they're not open any other day. We're going to be up here, so it's like today or never, or today or not this year. She's like, I'm okay with skipping. And I was like, all right, cool. So we went and spent a sketchy night in a hotel. It was a sketchy Motel 6. Don't get me wrong. The front desk was friendly, but it's one of those motels where you can hear people walking around in the middle of the night, and you're just like, hey, I don't know how I feel about this. And it was definitely not well taken care of. Like, there was splits in the roof or in the ceiling, and I don't know. But we got up next day. We went to Crystal Cave, and I will say, if anyone's interested in going to caves, it is not the coolest looking cave to go in, but that's saying that's from someone who's only been in 2. So I've been in the Crystal Cave and the Indian Echo Caverns, and it's like, I think it's like Hummelstown. It's outside Hershey. But the Indian Echo Caves was a lot more impressive, like the size, the formations, and everything. Definitely, if you just want to go to look at a cave, Indian Echo Caverns. If you want to go for like a history and a tour guide, that's definitely an interesting tour, I recommend Crystal Cave, because that was it starts off with like a 12-minute video telling the history of the cave, and then once you're in, our tour guide, at least, he was very informative. He would point out like the stuff that you saw in the video. He'd point out where it took place, how it happened, and all that. So definitely a really interesting, like an hour-long tour. It was neat, but definitely, like, the more impressive of the two is Indian Echo Caverns. The better tour was at Crystal Cave, if that makes any sense. So that was day 2. That night we just hung out at the hot tub and pool. Next day we didn't really do anything either. It was just a down, relaxing day. And then we went to Shady Maple for dinner and quickly regretted it. And then the last day before we came home, we went to Chicky Rock County Park. And that damn near killed me. I'm just gonna say it. That the climb up was oofa. Like, once I got up, I didn't. I was like, I don't want to keep going. There's no benches or anything to sit down. I have 2 bad knees. I ruined my knees in high school playing sports, and yeah, just. It hurt. I was hurting. And then to get down to like the viewpoint, you have to go down like it's like 2 foot, maybe, if that, little rock area to get down to where the railing is. So, like, I was hurting so bad. Not to mention, we rented a vehicle and we ended up getting a Honda Civic, and I would not recommend those. Those are, I hated driving that thing. My 2011 Hyundai Sonata has more technology in it than this Honda Civic did. Ton of complaints about the Honda Civic, just a ton of complaints. So glad, because they were the car dealer was trying to talk me into a Honda Civic, a brand new, when I bought my car, a brand new Honda Civic. I'm so glad I didn't listen to him. I was like, nah, I'm sticking with that. No, hell no. So glad. Let me put it this way: I hate the Wagoneer, but I would love I'd pick the Wagoneer over the Civic any day. I've had complaints about vehicles we've rented in the past, but overall they've been like I've enjoyed driving them. I haven't really disliked driving them. Just the Jeep was a gas hog and more than what we really needed for, I guess. And then like I love the Charger. What was it? The Mitsubishi Outlander. That thing was struggling on the hills, but overall it was a comfortable ride. There was nothing comfortable about this Honda Civic. So I would strongly tell you not to go with a Honda Civic. But anyway, that was my little trip. We came back from the trip, and I just haven't felt like doing anything. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I got caught up with housework and everything, and then the rest of my free time I was just like, I really don't feel like recording anything. I did record some water park simulator, but other than that I didn't record anything, and I just didn't feel like it. I did do some work on the Poe Fire Company for FS17, but not a ton. It's like I worked on one truck. It's not done. I still have work to do on it, but it has functioning lights now, so that's something. I guess that's a little bit. I guess I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. But that was last week. Let's move on this week and what to expect this week. So first off, Feenix moment. You're watching it now. If not, you're missing out on my cool thing. By the way, if you guys want to see pictures of anything that we did, you can check it out on my Feenix Feather Instagram account. Any emergency pictures, like fire truck pictures, police car pictures that we took, that's all going to be on the East Coast Emergency page. So if you guys are interested, I've been reposting it to my Feenix Feather account. I don't know if that shows up for everybody. So anyway, let's move on to this week. We've already did Sunday. Monday will be a mod spotlight of some sort. I don't know of what yet. I got really frustrated with modhub.us because that's like the place where like it's like a central hub for where all the mods show up, like itch.io mods show up there, and mods that don't show up on King's Mods show up there, and I was just like, but it's so riddled with ads, and like you can't even, if you were go on there without an ad blocker, you literally cannot. The site does not function. For some reason the ad blocker I was using stopped working. I only use it for ModHub. Like I don't use it for YouTube or anything. It's only for ModHub, and literally it would go immediately to another like as soon as you open up ModHub, it takes you to another site with like an ad. And it's just like, this is getting ridiculous. And I stopped using it for a few days, and then I was like, what's going on with my ad blocker? Why does this site not block anymore? And I ended up having to do a new one. So yeah, ModHub is dumb. Like I said, I don't believe in ad blocker. I don't use it for everything. If I end up going to a website and it's still active, I click allow ads. Other than ModHub, whoever runs ModHub, it went from being a cool place to find mods to just someone who is just spamming ads and getting every cent off that site that they can, and it's ridiculous. Like I said, I really enjoy King's Mods as well, but not all the mods show up over there. And my go-to now is Itch. I look at Itch first and then go to ModHub. Now I can visit it again, but Monday will be a mod spotlight on something. Tuesday will be more. What have I been posting on Tuesday? The House of Ash. Yeah, House of Ash. Actually, the finale of House of Ash is on Tuesday, and then I don't know if I'm gonna do, because we started playing that RV there yet. Me and PJs, but we only got like 3 episodes into it, so I don't know if I want to post that up. Maybe I should, because I really enjoyed that, and then do Dead Island after those 3 episodes until we record more. I don't know how it's going to work, but the last episode of House of Ash goes up on Tuesday. Wednesday will be another mod spotlight of some sort. Again, it's from Monday. I haven't recorded those yet. That's probably going to be a Sunday thing. Since my wife now has to work, she was supposed to have off, but that's probably going to be a Sunday thing. Thursday will be more Water Park Simulator. I have the first 6 episodes up, so after this week would be number 3. So the next 3 is uploaded, and I think there's more than that already recorded or rendered, and then I recorded like 3 more. So there's plenty of Water Park Simulator coming up for foreseeable future. I have a lot of fun playing that game. So and I try to not make like daily videos of those. So like I'm not doing each day in game as a video. I play it, unlock a bunch of stuff, and then like in between recordings I'll run a few days to add up money and points, so you guys don't have to see that grind. You just see me buying the stuff and going on. So it's definitely a fun game to play. I just wish it would stop crashing my computer. I can go and play for like 2 or 3 days and not have a problem, and then for some reason on the 4th day it's just like anytime I start playing, crash. So anyway, Thursday Water Park Simulator. Friday will be another mod spotlight of what I don't know, but there'll be a mod spotlight. As far as live streaming goes, you know, JT's already live streamed today. He usually streams late morning, early afternoon before these go live, so you guys can check him out next week. His channel is linked down in the description down below. Anything you see us play together, he usually plays on his own, like construction sim, firefighting sim, and stuff like that. So he streams on sometimes Saturday nights and usually most Sunday mornings / afternoons. As far as me, Farming Friday is a go. I'll be here Friday for sure to do some farming. I don't know about Saturday. Saturday might not be a thing. This past Saturday, I do believe I streamed some ATS. I don't know what next Saturday holds, so I'm not gonna say yay or nay. But yeah, I will be here at least for Farming Friday. As far as PJs goes, I don't know. He's really tied up with work, so he might stream. He might not. He did show up this past Thursday. We recorded some RV there yet. I don't think he streamed it. I don't know if he plans on streaming anytime in the future, but if he does, his channel is also linked down in the description down below at Cats Pajamas. You guys can check him out. Anything with Cats Pajamas in the title, we was recorded while he streamed it. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for today, guys. Sorry about the longer video. For those of you who want to know what and all it did, there it is. If you don't care, I'm sorry for the longer video. But if you guys did like the video, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Simulator 25 Phoenix moments, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys we know about whenever I do go live, upload a video, click that notification bell. So guys, thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.